Your children are disappointments.
Yes. Can't wait for my mum to text me about that.
What are you talking about?
Don't talk about my weeds, lad. Let's play the song. Is that fucking... Oh, I thought it was Nelly Furtado. I thought you were just sitting here playing like, I'm like a bird. I mean, that is a banger.
It is an absolute.
Why is it not on the playlist this week?
It should be in the playlist.
It should be already, man. We actually have a video.
Have we just been talking straight over the theme as well?
Yeah, probably.
Cool.
Nelly Furtado is what we're talking about. If you didn't hear, because we turned the music down because it was too loud. We have a video of Luna when she was like 1 or 2, and she has a hold of, I think it's my old phone, and she we put it on a Spotify and just kind of let her like flick through and pick some songs.
I think it was Spotify.
Huh?
Good thing it was Spotify.
Do you think I was putting on? What do you think I've got on my phone?
Stuff. Communist Manifesto or something like that.
I mean, there's some stuff in there that makes sense. I'll be honest.
Of course there is.
I've never read it. Who was it did it? Was that Karl Marx who did that one?
Yeah, Big Charlie Marx.
Big Charlie Marx.
Oh, I call him Carly.
Fucking like Charlie Marx, like he's a fucking pop singer. Like he had that new Charlie Marx tune. It's a fucking banger, by the way, man.
Everyone getting the same thing.
What was I fucking saying? Anyway, she put on that Nelly Furtado song, and there's a wee video of her just like vibing to it, and it's also one of my favorite videos of all time.
It's a good video, I imagine. Never seen it.
Yeah, the Nelly Furtado video is banging. Like, just Nelly Furtado like pretends she's in a tree and shit.
Just wearing like low-rise jeans and a green
top. I miss low-rise jeans. I really do.
They're making a comeback.
Are they?
Oh,
yo.
Every time I look on not TikTok, Instagram, I'm like
TikTok, man.
Yes, TikTok.
You are every
time I look
of the Chinese communism.
Every time I look on Instagram, there's always just like videos of people like kicking about, like guys kicking about in low-rise jeans. I'm like, why?
Is it like a low-rise jeans and a croppy? Like, I'll vibe with that.
That's a vibe. Sometimes. There's these guys that dance and sing like 70s tunes just in the street. I hate it. I hate seeing people dance. I actually cringe. So
I love
hard.
it when they get caught though. See, when you see people taking videos of them. Have you seen like there's like
influencers in the wild?
Influencers in the wild. I love that shit. It's like on their video, it's all like pure like good lighting, like they've done the production on it properly, like they've changed the camera around so it's like tracking different parts and it looks really professional, and then you just get the other perspective of some guy just trying to get to work at 9 o'clock in the morning,
just walking through as the car park, like what you doing, man?
I would love it. So can you imagine the fucking like Glasgow version of that? Look at this fucking cunt.
You been watching Gogglebox?
Nah, dude.
2 Glaswegian cunts, aren't
is that? We missed an opportunity, man.
I sent you the thing.
I know, but like you can send me things, but you also can do things on your own.
You can imagine I just signed you up. Do you know what you get? For
you know I wouldn't give it a shit.
You get £1,000.
Do you? I thought you just got like a takeaway.
You get takeaway as well, To be fair, I'm just in it for the KFC. That's what I'm getting.
Can you get like separate ones though? Because I don't really fuck with KFC, so I'd probably
fuck with KFC.
I don't really fuck with KFC.
This was a mistake.
What, being friends?
Friendship.
It's like I really need to be in the mood to actually enjoy a KFC. There's just something about
Me too,
it.
But that mood is depression. Straight up sad.
The saddies.
Shannon's going away at the end of the month, and I am going to get a KFC and just fucking.
You just.
I actually
like you're just preempting the depression. Like I know I'm going to be sad.
No. Because it's depression food, but it's also guilty pleasure food. Because I shouldn't like it. It's gross. It's fucking honking, but I love it.
Yeah, I get that.
Anyway, this is episode 49 of Dead End Friends podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
Yep.
Nice.
Bang on.
Podcast where 2 dudes who know nothing, we speak about everything. We are available on most of the things. Find us on the things. Just type it into your wee search bar at the top of your page. You find us. It's also almost been a year since we did this.
Next episode is a full year.
Right.
Not this one that we're recording right now.
No.
We're obviously not going to do anything though because it doesn't really make any sense.
No, I think I was looking through my Instagram earlier on. I think the 9th of March is when we officially put out the first introducing.
Oh, like the teaser thing that we did?
Yeah.
So I mean that would be what's today? The 6th we're recording? So this will be out on the 8th.
Yep. Almost.
The day before.
Well,
but then the actual that doesn't count.
No.
The first official episode came out on the 16th of March.
Does it?
Yeah, that was the first. That was episode 1. Because the first thing we put out wasn't an episode. It was just introducing. By the way, we're assholes.
That would have been the day before we went away.
Oh,
sadness.
Everything's been cancelled.
Yeah, we're not going to Berlin anymore. Trips.
Not going to Berlin. Not going to Poland. For good reason.
For good reasons. There's a literal fucking war happening. You know, not in those places, but also there's a massive displacement of people, and it feels wrong.
Yeah.
I should not be ordering a nice wee fucking espresso martini at the bar.
Yeah, could you imagine
when
just
fucking
showing
Sergey's
up?
just like looking for soup because he's been kicked out of his house.
Could you imagine just like showing up? Just like, hey, we're just here to be like actual fucking full-blown asshole tourists.
For a weekend.
Can you please make us a priority right now?
Can
and,
you
like,
tone
bring
down
us?
your fucking suffering for like a weekend? It doesn't feel right.
It does not feel right.
It does not feel right to be in a place
it,
where refugees are harbouring. You know,
Yeah.
it's a shame.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been a nice... But it's...
Fuck you, Vlad.
Honestly, that dude... Vlad
That
the
guy.
Impaler.
Tiny penis energy. You know. That's what it is.
Hey, Vlad, you got tiny cock.
Yeah.
Did that work?
Yeah,
Was that a decent accent?
We were at the beach today,
Okay.
right? We were...
It's
Segue.
only 6 minutes in.
The
We've talked
segue.
about so much shit.
I've had a lot of pints. The segue. Right, so we walked on the beach. We walked for like 3 kilometers, then we walked back the way. So
Is that how long Irvine Beach is?
No, it's longer than that. We walked like some of it and then walked back.
Right, okay.
But on the way back, Tyke was like off his lead. Tyke's a different dog on the beach.
Yeah.
He is the happiest boy.
Yeah.
Wants to say hello to every fucking dog. We were throwing his ball. Yeah, no. We were throwing his ball, and he's not usually asked about his ball, but he got like mad protective of it today. But we were like walking back, and this like big puppy, like it must have been like a fucking golden retriever, a Labrador, something like that. Something big and majestic. Just started licking his dingus. Tyke was just like, I'm not really moving. Maybe I like this. Big fucking Brucey boy, the dog, is so getting right in about his fucking...
Did you ask his name? Excuse me, son.
No. I just heard the woman going,
Brucey,
Bruce, come away.
stop licking that
Tyke was just
cock.
like, yo, this is a feeling. And then we were... Because we were expecting it. Because Shanna went like that. She was like, oh, don't worry. Tyke will tell him if he doesn't like it. And it just kept going. It's like, Jesus. All right, Tyke, get your freak on, you know?
My God.
Insane.
It's the thing you just don't think about. It's just like, my dog is a sexual being.
Yeah, because he's not. Like,
Yeah, he's not got a strong sex drive. Pretty,
some dogs
sexual.
like hump things.
Oh, big time.
Tyke
Yeah.
gives no fucks.
He's just never humped.
We lick his dingus. He's like,
Yow.
this is cool.
Every time he hears beach time, man. That fucking lipstick coming out to play.
It was really embarrassing, actually. Like straight in, no kissing whatsoever. You know, straight to
That must,
pipe.
like, just from like an owner's point of view, it's just so uncomfortable. Just like the other person, just like,
Because it was like 2 of us.
Can you get your
and, like,
dog to please stop licking my dog's
yeah,
dick?
there was like 2 of us, 3 of them, and we're all just kind of, aye. It's a thing now. Your dogs.
It's that fucking like
All
awkward
up in
British
his
way about
business.
it is just like, we're just not going to talk about the problem. We'll just know it's there. We're not going to say it.
I was going to enjoy this. It was weird. It's nice to be at the beach though.
Yeah.
It was sunny.
Yeah.
I feel like the life force coming back to me. I
feel the same, man.
You know Harry Potter. You know, like that episode, that film
See, if you butcher this, I'm going to be so mad.
where there's like the little baby Voldemort thing, like the weird thing that's under King's Cross thing. That's how I feel all of winter. And then like when the sun comes out, I'm like, you know, with the wand. Oh, Harry. Harry Potter. Come April, I'll be a different being.
Do that noise again, please.
Oh, bottom. Oh, Big Ralph. Big Ralph finds her.
Is it not Ray?
Rafe.
Ray
Okay,
finds
I
you.
think.
No, that's not your name, though, bro.
He's like, don't call me Ralph. I'm a serious
Like, how many fucking times has he had to correct people?
Because I have a bad time every now and then. Be like, oh, it's just one R. It's Gary with one R. Because you can spell it with two.
Yeah, but
how
often?
Sometimes I have to. Well, that's what I mean. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, it's actually just one R.
Oh,
But he must be like spell his name. And they go Ralph, and he's like, actually, it's Rafe. Like every fucking time.
nah, it's not though.
It's Rafe.
Like I just don't correct people with my name. Like if they say
Craig.
Jameson, I'm like, yes, Jameson. Not my first name. Craig. It's not very unless you're American.
Crag.
It's you've said it right. If you fucking call me Crag or was it? No, they say like
Craig.
Craig. Can you spell it? Can you spell it? Craig. Yeah, right. Say it. Craig. No. Incorrect.
Incorrect.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. The boy who lives.
It's like if Voldemort had a fucking stroke, dude.
That's how he sounds.
Just talks out one side of his mouth.
The cunts get no nose. Leave him alone. It's going to be a bit nasally.
Nasally, you know. I thought you were about to go to like Dementor talk or something, but you're like, no, I just went straight to the bloody fetus on the floor.
You bloody fetus on the floor. That's me. I enjoy it when it's sunny, is what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm saying. I go from being that shriveled fetus to being a human.
Like half.
He who must not be named.
I find happiness in both. Like I've definitely felt my like kind of woke up yesterday and was just a bit like, are these endorphins I'm feeling?
Is this serotonin?
Like the sun definitely does have like an effect on your mood and who you are.
Give me that sweet vitamin D.
Like everybody has a case of the SADS at all times. What's that, like seasonal affective disorder?
Yeah, the SADS.
Like that for sure affects everyone in Scotland because it's not even just like
we do have the highest like rate of that in the world.
Oh really?
Obviously, without a fucking shadow of a doubt.
Just on top of the fact that we don't get any sun from like fucking September until the start of April or the start of March. And then on top of that, there's just been like, you know, the hundreds of years of oppression from the English folk. Let's also talk about that. And the fact that the entire time where the sun isn't there, even when it is up, it's just covered in grey clouds as well. So it's like we get up in the morning during the winter. You get up at 7, 8 o'clock, depending on how lucky you are. It's dark outside. And the type of job that I used to be in, maybe not so much now, I would go to work. It would be dark. I'd work all day. I'd come out of the office and it would be dark.
That's like the good thing for me. Like the barber shop has massive windows, but also the flip side of that is you can watch it get dark. Because I only work in half an hour increments. I was like, oh no, oh fuck, no, it's actually the night time.
And then on top of that, even when it is sunny outside, even when the sun is out, you don't see it.
Nah,
you don't see it. So as soon as
it's not that you don't see it.
Scottish,
sometimes you don't feel it. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Because I love being warm. Oh, you know me.
I fucking hate being warm. That's the worst part.
I you run hot. You run hot, and I don't.
So
I'm cold blooded. I can't wait. We'll talk about going to Greece because we'll go to Greece in the summer.
Yeah.
And I can't wait.
I just imagine you in just like beautiful like visco shirts and shit.
Sweaty as fuck. I'm just like, give it.
Like I like when if I'm on holiday and it's hot because
it makes
you
sense.
go somewhere and you can just like dip in a pool.
Yeah, I didn't get on a fucking plane for 4 hours to be cold. You know?
Some people do though.
Those people are assholes. Go on hot holidays, sit on a beach. Don't be like that. Just change whoever you are. Just change. Just because, what's the point? Just, you could be cold here.
You are always cold.
Take 2 weeks off your work.
You are always cold here. I do like when you go away and you get the nice bit of sunshine, but you can dip in a pool, you can go to beach, they've got fucking air conditioning and fans and shit.
Where we're staying doesn't actually have a pool.
Oh, are you an old man?
We're staying on like a B&B. It's nice. But Shanna's parents go and they showed us like a picture of them like having their breakfast on the courtyard at this B&B. And like Shanna's mum's like feet are like stretched out and on the beach. So fuck
Yo.
your pool. We're on the beach, baby. I actually can't wait. I cannot wait.
Yeah, I'm pretty jealous, man.
I miss it. I miss the sun. I miss the heat.
Mm.
I know this about myself, and I've always known this about myself, that I need the heat. I need the sun.
Yeah.
We've been like, my family have been very lucky to go on like a holiday abroad for a very long time. You know,
Yeah.
like consecutive years in a row, and I know I'm lucky with that. Like, it's great, and I think because of that, I really crave it,
Mm-hmm.
because that's like, that's it. That's holiday. That's time to relax and then go back to it when you come back. But,
Yeah.
I can't fucking wait, man. I cannot wait. I need it. Need it.
Oh, I was going to sneeze, but it didn't come. Oh, man. I can't actually remember the last time we even went on like a proper holiday like that. I think we've taken Luna away once. to like a beach holiday, do
That's
you know
not
what I mean?
like... I love your kids, but that wouldn't be a relaxing holiday. That's not what you go on holiday for.
Yeah, the one we went on was not relaxing. We went with another couple with a child as well.
You don't go on holiday to scream at your kids. Leave them here.
Oh no, like
They're old enough that they can work the oven. Like,
I'll be honest. So Luna would have been 3 when we went, and bless her, she was amazing. Like,
Okay.
truly.
I can't believe that, because she is a good kid.
Now she's an asshole. Full blown.
Not to me. But I guess that's why I don't have to live with it.
Has a goddamn answer for everything, asshole, right? Because she's my kid.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
So it's my own goddamn fault.
Like, you and Emma. Obviously, that makes sense.
Well,
Y'all
so
are bad.
when we went away, she would have been 3, and she was class. Truly, she was class. Like, she absolutely loved it. She was just buzzing to be somewhere else in the water and all that stuff. But the other kid that was there, nah, they were an asshole.
Trash bag.
They were an asshole. Just kind of, yeah, it does it. Pure puts a dampener on it when you just like, I cannot let loose. Like, I don't want to.
Because you're like, it's 11 a.m. I want to have a beer.
Yeah. And it's also just like, I think if we're going to go do it again and like take the kids with us, the 2 of them, we would go somewhere that's like all inclusive. We don't have to leave this place, because then I can get up in the morning and be like, I'm going for a fucking cocktail, because I don't need to think about leaving this this place.
Yeah,
This
you just have to make sure they
area.
don't drown. Like,
Yes.
that's fine when you're drunk.
Easy.
Just lift them up. That's
Easy
it.
as. Do you know what I mean? And they got like clubs and shit, just like, yeah, go to the club for fucking 4
Kids
weeks.
club? Bye.
Bye, get the fuck out of here. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's a lot of fucking effort as well. Like, trying to get Mac to watch like a 10-minute TV show is so much effort. I'm going to put him on a plane for 4 fucking hours and then be in an airport for another fucking 2 or 3. Oh, and then get on a coach at the other side. He's on a coach trying to get to the place that we're staying in, and then, oh man, it pisses me off so much, because he has the attention span of a fucking hamster, dude.
But I imagine he'd love being on a plane. Just put him in the window and be like, look, enjoy. Because I am
enjoy nothingness.
almost
like
30 years old and I still love looking out the window on a plane.
I always get the window seat when I go
Because
with
I don't
Emma.
need to pee. I don't need to do nothing.
Yeah,
I just want to look at the clouds. I love clouds so much, man. Clouds are the best.
We have a fucking episode, I'm sure, that's just like, that was you talking about clouds for like 20
Love
minutes.
clouds, man. Follow so many cloud pages on the internet. Because they're just dynamite looking, man. I don't understand them, so they're cool.
Did you go to school?
Yeah, but they're literally fucking clouds. I know
Did you
World
not?
War II. Yeah.
Man, kids in 20 years from now will be learning about World War 3.
Yeah, the period between 2019 2022 is going to be nuts.
Oh, imagine the history books, man. I feel so bad for those kids
This
having to
thing.
learn so everything that
thing.
went down from like, even just from like 2016 onwards. Like, Donald Trump was president, huh? And then everything just fucking fell apart from then on. Nothing has fucking functioned since 2016. Said it last week. Danny Brown tried to save us all. Atrocity exhibition, and then everything went to shit.
I thought you meant the guy that wrote the Da Vinci Code, and I was like, what are you talking about?
Is his name Danny Brown?
Dan Brown. I thought you were just giving him a cool nickname.
I'm not you, man. Fucking Charlie Marks.
Big Carly.
Oh god. It would be nice to go away again, but I just don't see it happening anytime soon for us. We've cancelled a lot of trips.
Yeah.
A lot of
We
trips.
may get to reschedule Berlin.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. It's just hard to think about it, kind of thing, when there's a literal like humanitarian crisis happening.
Yeah. It's nuts. I think the thing that's nuts for me is like seeing the way that like some news companies are like reporting it.
Oh, you mean the fucking systemic racism that they're still reporting?
Oh, it's just
with it?
it's just so sad
Just
to
like-
see people with blonde hair and blue eyes being displaced from their homes and bombed.
These are high functioning Europeans that are being bombed.
Just never thought I'd see a world war in Europe.
Oh, listen, the bombing or wars was Europe's thing. Wars have always been Europe. We've literally had a thing called 100-year war in Europe. Wars is literally our thing.
Pretty damn good at it.
Let's chill with that kind of shit. It blows my goddamn mind. Like just these just watching these like these upstanding, high functioning European people being displaced. Like obviously it is completely fucking heartbreaking that this is happening. But this has been happening for decades and decades and decades. Now you're deciding that it is heartbreaking to see because they're not fucking brown or black.
Yeah, it's rough.
Get fucked. Absolutely get fucked.
It's a really, really hard thing to watch. We watched a lot of the news. We don't watch a lot of the news usually. But I think just because of this, we're going to get up in the morning and it's the first thing we see and we're just like, Jesus.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of what played into the fact that we wanted to like pull out of going to Berlin. Is just because we were like, we are watching this every fucking day and we are seeing screeds and screeds of people like ending up in Berlin.
Yeah, it's like 1.2 million people have fled so far that they can kind of try and
But then,
count.
like, it's nuts. Like they showed something on the news earlier on today, and they were talking about like people in Russia, and like half of the people are like, "Oh yeah, we fully support Putin and what he's doing." This, that, and the next thing. The other one's like, "Don't believe it's happening," because
What?
the Russian media is not promoting it. It's not talking about it. So they're just like, nah. And obviously now they've blocked like Facebook and Twitter in Russia. Like,
So just nothing's getting in?
there's no way for these people to find out what's actually happening because
Holy
the Russians
shit.
aren't talking about it.
Oh my god.
It's rough, man.
But it's like, wasn't, like Putin grew up in the KGB.
Yeah.
And the KGB did the same thing. Like they wrote their own narrative. They built their own news stories. Everything was run through. It's like KGB was just like a fucking massive cult. Like everything went through the KGB's filter before it actually reached the people.
Yeah, because the KGB was like, it wasn't the government. It was like the equivalent to like MI6.
Yeah.
You know, like the spy agency.
So he was literally like brought up under like KGB. I'm not gonna call it brainwashing because like it's not brainwashing. But if that is your reality, your entire life, then that's what you believe.
Yeah, that's
So the shit that Putin is saying, he truly believes what he's saying.
Yeah.
Because of the narrative that he has been fed his entire life.
absolutely.
So the people on the outside were like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because we're just seeing Ukraine as a functioning country within the world that is trying to do better after the collapse of the Soviet Union and breaking away from the fucking the Russian powers. So that's all we're seeing is them then invading what we believe to be a peaceful, united country.
Yeah.
So we're going to get up in arms about that, obviously, because we're seeing people getting displaced from their homes because some guy thinks that he needs to demilitarize a country that has shown no threat to any other country around it.
And he keeps talking about how there's been like some mass genocide of Russian people for the last 8 years from Ukraine, and they're like, where?
Also,
What?
that was you. You heard of Crimea before?
Yeah, they're just, it's nuts, you know, and it's one of those situations where we will only ever see one side of it. You know, we don't know what the Russians are being fed.
Yeah.
Because
That's a crazy
you know,
thing.
and all we can do is sit and talk about it on your couch, eating minstrels and fucking drinking beer.
I know, it's so
You know,
hard.
like
It's so hard to just keep acting like everything's normal.
it gets tougher and tougher, and then, like, because we are talking about how like it has been like this for years and years, and there's like different parts of the world that are being affected by war and all that kind of stuff, but we just don't seem to do much about it
Yeah.
because the media is a bit racist. Like, you know, like, what can we do? Like, what can we do?
The difference between, or the only thing between us and being refugees is just fucking damn luck. At any point, somebody can turn their targets towards whatever country they want if they fucking feel like it.
Exactly.
Because it's all about fucking little dick egos all over the fucking world, man. Like,
it's all about
war,
money, power, and oil.
War is the littlest dick energy of all time. Just like, oh, hey, yo, I own you now because, like, I have money and a little dick. Like, bro, nah. Cannot be fucking bothered. Who gives a shit how much land you have? Who gives a shit how bad your hairline is? Who gives a shit how wonky your nose is, man? Like, you just, like, go home and, like, play with your dogs.
Go home and play with your dogs.
Vlad, instant message. Go home, play with your dog. Just fucking chill, dude.
I bet he has big fucking massive dogs.
Nah. I get
Well,
the
yeah,
vibe.
he's kicking about like a Bichon Frise.
Yeah, dude. I get the full vibe that he has like the whitest little fluffball dogs. That's like the real vibes I'm getting from. He's just got like really fluffy corgis or some shit.
Oh, this war's just bravado.
Yeah, it always is. Always has been.
It always is. Yeah. Pretty nuts. You don't get your news from us because
Yeah, we don't know anything.
we don't know shit.
We don't know a goddamn thing. I just like to get mad about stuff. You know, the thing I was actually like kind of looking at and kind of reading about what I thought was really interesting, right?
Here we fucking go.
TikTok. Just because you brought up TikTok.
Okay.
Right? We're talking about the fact that we're watching a literal war happen over like social media.
Yes.
Instagram is the only thing I have. But like TikTok and the like, right? So it kind of got me, like I was reading some stuff and it got me thinking about TikTok. And like the thing of TikTok was created by a Chinese company, right?
Mm-hmm.
And see if you were to actually go and look at the algorithm in different countries. So the algorithm that works on TikTok in China, it pushes out the best of the best. So it pushes out the best people in science and engineering. It pushes out and it makes popular like the actual smart people who are making a difference within the country. Right?
Not the dum-dums.
So that is what is being trending and what is going through their TikTok. So that's the shit that they're seeing day by day is how can I make myself and my life better? Because that's what we do. We try and emulate the people that we idolize and that we like on TikTok and Instagram, right?
Yes.
So how do you then make the people of your so-and-so enemy countries dumb idiots? You push the product and you push the dumb idiots on TikTok and Instagram. So we then idolize that bullshit. Like, think about like the popular TikTok and Instagram people now. Like, we're talking about fucking Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about that fucking idiot.
Jake Paul was in the same room as Ali McCoist.
I saw that. What the fuck is going on
That's
there?
fucking mind-blowing. Jay saw it, I was like, no, sorry. Doesn't exist. That's Photoshop.
What was that actually about?
That's fucked if I know, man. Like, the cunts fight, don't they? And
Well, Ali McCoist.
no, Ali McCoist does talk sport. That's his job.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. I thought he
Yeah,
was
he's
still
like
just on that fucking TV show. What was it?
Question of sport.
Question of Sport.
Cunts are on Question of Sport now. I don't know who they are.
Is it not that cricket guy? Is he not still on
Nah,
it?
he's
See, he's
away.
left as well?
He's away.
I've not watched it in years, man.
No,
I used to watch it
it's
when I came back
on.
from Boys Brigade.
Oh, I was in the Boys Brigade as well.
Yeah, we've talked about this, man.
Fucking Sue, what's her chops doesn't even do it. Sue Barker. It's Paddy McGuinness now.
What's the point? No.
He is quite funny on it.
No.
But they were in the same room.
What?
They were in the same room.
Aye, that's bizarro. That is bizarro.
Makes no sense.
But how can you make, your enemy countries be the dum-dums as you make them idolize the dum-dums? And you make them try and emulate the dum-dums instead of trying to like, oh, here's where I need to put all of my energy into, is literally doing a dance in the middle of the street for TikTok.
I can't wait till we get a TikTok account.
It's never, ever, ever going to happen.
It's already happened.
If it'll only happen if you do it. I straight up am not
It's
doing
going to
it.
happen. And we're going to get huge. We're going to be sat in a room with Ali McCoist. I can't wait. It's going to be the best day of my life.
I would fuck with that, to be honest. I like Alan McCoy.
Me too, he's great.
He's pretty cool. We'll see when he's doing like the commentating for the Scotland matches. And he gets so excited.
So amped.
I like it proper pumps me up. It was like
I
those
love
games
it.
that Scotland played at the tail end of last year. Mm-hmm. And he was going fucking tonto every time they scored.
This is the other thing. Scotland were meant to be playing Ukraine in like 2 weeks' time.
That's true.
That's no fucking happening.
Nah, because they've all been fucking signed up to go fight a war. Do you know what I mean? There's
Does that mean Bonnie
left.
Scotland are just going to get right through the World Cup?
Is that what's going to happen? That seems kind of backdoorsy though.
That seems very Scotland. That is straight out of playbook.
Imagine the only time that Scotland actually wins the World Cup.
Stevie Clark's behind the World War. He's like, I'll tell you what gets in. A World War. Bye Ukraine.
Has nothing to do with Big Vladdy. He was just like, here Vlad, do you hear they talk shit about you, pal?
I'd love it. I'd love it so much. Truly. It does feel very Scotland to get into like a World Cup because of a war.
If that's what happens though,
Because of a massive breach of human rights.
Yeah.
So then we get into the World Cup.
And everything is fine.
In Qatar.
Okay. Okay. Let's open that door.
But if we fucking win it, who cares?
but can you imagine we win it? Like, all we've heard ever since 1966, every fucking football tournament, because we have to watch BBC to see actual decent tournaments happening that are international tournaments, all we need to listen about is England winning the World Cup in 1966. And if we were to win the World Cup because of a technicality, if we get in and then we by some miracle win the World Cup, all we would hear is how Scotland cheated England to win the World Cup.
And it'd be great.
And they would be so fucking bitter about it.
I get my cums every single time somebody mentioned it, but
just busting for 90 minutes straight because fucking John Motson, whatever his cunt name is, can't he stop talking about it?
Who?
John Motson or something.
He's making names up.
Yeah, there's a guy called John Motson.
Is there?
What's the guy that's in FIFA? John something.
Don't know.
You know who I'm talking about.
Clive Tilsley?
No, John something. He's done all the announcing on like every FIFA game, at least up until FIFA 2012 was the last one I played.
So there's a high chance that in the last 10 years he's not done it, and that's the only time I've ever played FIFA.
John Motson. I don't have my phone is there, so I can't. Can you Google John Motson? Motson.
How you spelling it?
M-O-T-S. You know how you spell John?
Yes.
M-O-T-S-O-N.
So the
John
H
Motson.
on the H.
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure that's not going to be the
John
problem
Motson.
here. Please tell me he's a fucking football announcer.
John Walker Motson on yourself, also known as Motty.
If you heard his voice, you would know who he is.
Does he do FIFA?
He used
I'll
to
just
do.
type in FIFA afterwards.
He used to do match of the day and shit.
FIFA.
Or he would do a lot of the announcing for match of the day. I'm telling you right now, he did it.
He did do FIFA.
I know.
He returned in 2019.
God damn.
Yeah.
Told you, man. He was like my childhood. Because that's what me and my brother played, was FIFA or fucking SmackDown. Just bring it. That game was popping.
Ah, yeah.
That game was
Here Comes the
absolutely
Pain.
popping.
That was my shit.
Yeah, Here Comes the Pain was a banger. Yeah.
Have you seen on the new wrestling game, they're bringing back the GM mode?
I don't know what that is.
Remember the general manager mode where you get to like walk around the backstage and like talk to people and set up fights on your own?
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and you get to get to like the GM. And
That is pretty sick,
Yeah.
dude. I haven't played a wrestling game in years because
Yeah,
it's all
I mean,
the
trash.
same.
So trash. But I'm kind of excited for that.
Just play Football Manager, it's basically the same thing.
I have got that on my laptop.
course they.
I haven't played it.
You fucking dork. Fucking Luna was actually asking me earlier if we could get a gaming PC.
Really?
Yep.
That's the last thing you need, man.
So expensive.
Oh,
I was looking them up because I was like, yeah, like we could maybe think about getting one for like, I don't know, like well, me and you can share it. Like,
what would you play on it?
I play Warzone.
Not on that.
Like, but like on a PC, it's like faster and. But I would
then
need.
we could do party chat.
Yeah, but we could set up a Discord.
I'm not getting fucking Discord.
Why not?
Because I've had sex in my life. No, it's not happening. Get fucked, bud. It's not happening. No, thank you. I'm not doing that.
What's wrong with Discord? Is that a Virginie thing?
Aye, big time. I'll just phone
I'm only part of a couple of servers. Like,
I'll just phone you. We'll just play. Just play over the phone.
Just
I'll use all my minutes on my phone. Like,
I didn't know that was like a Virginie thing to have Discord, is it?
probably is. Aye.
I think I'm just younger than you. I think that's just all it is, man. I think
Oh,
I'm still
by
just
fucking
I'm
what?
just
Like
in touch.
3 or 4 months.
Just in touch.
Shut up, man.
That's what's put you out, man. Those couple of months. We're technically different years. Do you know what I mean?
We are technically different years.
Do you know what I mean? There's only like a year and a bit between me and Emma, but I always call it 2 years because in numbers, it's 2 years.
In numbers.
Because if you look at 91, 93, that's 2 years. But there's really only a year and like 2 months because she was born in December and I was born in January. But there's... So I just say she's 2 years older than me because it makes me feel better about myself. Oh, Jesus, right. We went to Sainsbury's last week.
Right.
Just buying some stuff. Bought some beer because beer's good. So, buying the beer. Went to like the self thing. So, the woman came over. Looks at Emma. You got ID, hen? Bear in mind, Emma just turned 30. Right?
Oh.
So, Emma, look up and down. You got ID. Emma doesn't even carry her bank card around with her. Like, this motherfucker.
I bet she was fucking buzzing about it.
Would not even be surprised if she didn't have, if she even has an ID. Like, wouldn't even be surprised if she doesn't have one, right? She's like, no, I don't have it with me. Like, I'm 30. I'm not carrying my ID. So the woman then turns to me. I'm on the floor bagging all the stuff up. She turns to me and goes, you buying the beer? I was like, hey, it is for me. So she just turned back to him and went, I'm not IDing him. And then walked away.
Ooh. That's so rough. That is... I'd go home, just cry. I remember one time I was in Morrison's and I was buying a bottle of wine. I was with my dad. This was like peak pandemic.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't long started drinking.
Mm-hmm.
I was already hungover. I was buying this bottle of wine to get me through the hangover. And the woman was like, oh, have you got ID? And I was like, first of all,
You're coming home with me.
thank you. That was the confidence boost I needed for the day. But also, no. So now what? Like, I haven't been ID'd and rejected in a long time. I mean, asked for ID in God knows how long.
Same.
And I was like, so now what do we do? She's like, I can't serve you because I've asked you for it and you've got ID. And I was like, right, but I still want it. So now what? She was like, what you could do is I'll take it off you. I'll take it off you and put it back in place. And your dad can go round and get it and bring it back.
Away.
And I was like, is this an actual thing that's happening?
Could you not just be like, here, you hold that. If you get ID, don't you ID you, mate. You're fucking old.
Can you not just void this? He'll be put on his. And then that's that.
What the fuck?
And I remember I was like, looked like this. But I had a massive beard because I was like, tried to grow my beard out during the lockdown.
Yeah.
And it was a horrible look.
Terrible.
Gross. I was like, just an absolute haggard mess. I was like, this is the oddest sensation. Because you feel like you're being like given into trouble for something.
Yeah, for sure. Like, if you get ID, you shouldn't be buying this. It's like,
I should.
I'm allowed to though.
I'm old.
I haven't had that in a while, but I think I've just looked old as shit as soon as I had a kid. Like, as soon as Luna just like get ripped out of Emma's body, I was just like, cool, I'm now old as fuck.
I feel like I've looked old for a long time though.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't, see if I didn't know who you were, I wouldn't peg you for like pushing 30.
Really?
Yeah, did I maybe say like
I look
27?
Like shit.
I think you look great all the time.
No.
Right then. Somebody I work with thought I was already like close to 40, so I'm not even 30 yet.
That's fucking rough.
Yeah.
We used to play a game in the barber shop whenever we were cutting kids' hair and be like,
I
oh,
don't like
guess
this.
guess how old your barber is.
Don't like that game.
Yeah, like people would be like, oh, 35. And I'm like, fucking 25.
I don't like it when people ask me. I
Yeah.
fucking hate that game. Oh, how do you think I am? I don't fucking care, man.
Highball it every time.
I
Just
don't-
piss them off.
I don't
Because
fucking
they've already asked you that question to annoy you, so just highball it. Oh, you must be 50, man.
Nah, I just go the total opposite. I'm just like, I don't fucking care. Like, at that point, I'm like, our friendship is not going to be existent now because you've asked that fucking question. I don't fucking care, man.
Yeah, you're nothing to me.
Like, no. How old do you think I am? It's a bit of fun, man. No. I don't find that fucking fun. Don't ask me that question.
No, because then you're going to be like, oh, so how old are you? And I'm like, guess. I'm going to go home and cry. And I don't want to experience that emotion.
It's just whack. Like, just don't ask that question. Just have something better to say.
Yeah.
Just have something better to say.
Yeah, find something else to talk about.
Just have a better personality.
Be a
Just
better
change.
person. Everything about you,
Just change.
change it.
Yep. Change it immediately. Go to the playlist.
Immediately. Yeah, let's talk.
I'm getting heated over a question.
That no one's asked you.
Hypothetical question. How old am I?
That
Fuck you.
That some hypothetical person has asked you.
I'm a motherfucker in the corner of the room. Swear to God.
Okay, so here is the playlist. The Dead End Jams playlist.
Oh, we've called it the real thing this week. It's only taken us 49 episodes to start doing that.
Yeah, it has. Anyway, mines are quite fun this week, I think.
I like him.
So the first one is by our boy, Stan Getz. You know, bro, your classics like The Girl from Impegnia. And that's the only song I know.
Yeah, has done some stuff with Astrid Gilberto.
He's done some stuff with
Who has
him
a
and
beautiful
João
voice.
Gilberto as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's just done some shit. He plays the trumpet. He's pretty cool.
Some shit.
This song is
some
called Swad Vem Correndo.
Try again. All in one.
Swad Vem Correndo.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
That's honestly the dumbest fucking thing you've ever done.
Anyway, this song is it's a nice wee song. It's a sample. It's a sample. The song has been sampled by a popular rap music group, Farside.
Do you know who actually sampled it? Or who was the producer?
Tell me.
No, you hit me with it. Who was the producer?
I don't know.
You don't know who the producer was in Running by Farside? It was our fucking boy Jay Dilla.
It's always going to be J Dilla.
R.I.P.
Anyway, that song, the little chord progression-y bit.
Bam, bam, boom, bam, boom. It's like a nice little samba progression.
Yeah, it's cool.
Real nice, dude.
Because that album is called
Can't keep running
Jazz
away.
Samba Encore.
There was no jazz samba.
There was not.
It was just jazz samba encore.
The next song is by an artist that I hate to love. And I haven't loved him for a long time. He dropped off. Big time. It's by everyone's favourite internet lunatic, Kanye West.
Oh, it's just because he's a giant fucking asshole.
He is a huge piece of garbage.
Just
He
an awful
sucks.
human being.
The man is going through some stuff. He is having a bad time.
But he's also doing it all on the internet.
Yeah, just someone take his fucking phone off him. Jeez.
Please stop letting him do it, man. It was like watching Every Time I Die crumble over Twitter. Like, let's not have Kanye West literally
don't want
fucking implode and ruin everything he's ever done because he can't fucking stop tweeting.
Anyway, the song is gorgeous. It also features Kid Cudi and Raekwon, the chef.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just a good song.
Yeah, man. Anything that Kid Cudi touches, like, I'm involved.
It's just a good song.
Yeah, dude.
You know, with a little guitar bit. And I'm just like, Do, 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 do. Dynamite. Love it. And like all the vocals on it are like super compressed.
Yeah,
It just sounds like they're all talking with their hand in front of them. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, man, it was pandemic days, man. They've all got masks on.
Make that clearer. Just make it clearer. It was a good song. I like it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
The next song is Can't Stop Loving You by Soul Dog. The song is also another sample.
Yeah, this is when you played me and I didn't get it until you played the song. That it sampled it.
So The Weeknd samples it on Tell Your Friends.
Mhm.
And he only really does the beginning bit.
Yeah, just the chord progression at the start
goes way different. Way different. But it's a good song. It's a great song. We listened to it today when we were driving to the beach. It was cool.
That's a beachy song.
Yeah. The next song is, again, another sample. It's just been a theme this week, you know? It's just things that I wanted. And it's just nuts when it starts. It's crazy. Absolute crazy town. But then it comes in and you're like, I know that drum beat.
Just the drum beat. You're like, I'm following it. I'm following it.
And then you realise what it is.
And then you hear in the back of your head, Igor.
Yes, so it's Igor's theme by Tyler, the Creator. It's insane. And I was watching a video where like the guy was like, "Oh, but this is a sample. You don't know that." And like,
was that Kermit?
Yeah, it was Kermit
that sampled it.
It was Kermit.
Unreal, dude.
But I was like, "Oh, cool. I'll try that." And I listened to the song and I was like, "That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's full on nuts."
I fucking love that kind of thing where like producers and artists will like find those kind of samples in the weirdest styles of music, because you wouldn't, because a lot of the samples that we vibe to and that we will always pick up on always tend to be quite like jazzy
songs that we maybe would listen to at some point.
Some
I'm
like
not sitting
samba
down
shit
listening to
somewhere.
like drum breaks.
Just
Sorry.
like fucking hard hitting drum breaks. Just
Doesn't
like,
happen in my life.
What is going on here? Do you know
Does
what I
not
mean?
happen.
I absolutely love that. Just know that there's people that are just sitting, like these producers and these artists that are just sitting vibing to like the most fucking bizarro shit that you wouldn't think that they were listening to, and then they'll hear like one bar or something, and then go, see if I chop that with the bar at the end here and put that together. Like when you watch some of these breakdowns of like, especially like Dilla and Madlib stuff, like you get these like Instagram people out there, like Instagram profiles out there that will like take the song that they've sampled, so they'll have like
that's what I was watching. It was like an Instagram thing. Yeah.
So it's like they have like the sound. So for anybody that's not seen it, they'll have like the sound wave playing of the song, and then they'll highlight the parts of that sound wave that is being sampled, and they'll color code it all, and then they'll show you the color code that the sampler has used. So it could be like red, green, blue, yellow. But he's hitting yellow, then he's hitting blue, and then he's hitting red, and then he's hitting green, and then that's what the beat is.
Well, it's like that
insane.
That fucking, what's his chops? Put a spell on you, cunt.
Eddie Johns?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like when Daft Punk sampled his song.
Yeah.
Like they took one trumpet hit.
That's off beat.
Yeah, like they pitched it down. And just chopped it, and then that
just
works.
Bow, 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 bow.
How nuts! My brain can't even pick that up. Like I listen to songs and I go, "Oh, that's a cool bit. I wish I wrote that." No, "Oh, that's a cool bit. I'm gonna take that, turn it into a fucking
I'm gonna
hit."
take that one note, pitch it down.
Top 40, easy. You know, like I can't. My brain just can't understand it, and I think that's why I've really like fallen in love with hip hop over the last couple of years.
Yeah, hip hop
just
and certain like dance tropes as well. Like
because I was really ignorant to it all. I was like, they're just talking about bitches and money.
Yeah,
and
we've
drugs
talked
and
about this shit
guns.
before, man.
And I was like, that's not for
yeah.
me. And then like I should sit there and listen to it. I'm like, oh my god, like they've actually like the way that they have approached this song is so clever. Yeah, not that I didn't think they would be clever. That's not what I'm getting at all. Yeah, I'm just like, the music for me wasn't what I wanted to listen to because the lyrical content wasn't exactly what my brain wanted to hear. Yeah. Whereas now I listen to it and I go, oh my god, that beat.
But also I think the thing that as white people in Scotland, our exposure to hip hop and the rap side of things was always stuff that was really popping, and like the stuff that was really popping, I'm not gonna, like in our childhood and stuff, I'm not gonna say it was bad, but from like when we were younger, it was like, I mean, the big names for me were like 50 Cent, The Game,
Get Rich or Die Trying,
all the G Unit shit, like that was all really big, but like you don't connect with that shit because it's talking about something very specific to black people in America.
Which is so out of the realm of your reality
that we can't connect to in any way, because we're like, oh, it's talking about like getting rich, getting out of the hood and all that kind of shit, which just wasn't our life, so you couldn't connect with. But our problem was that was all we'd really been exposed to, was that side of hip hop, was the gangster rap and all that stuff, which on its own thing is obviously fucking banging, and there's some really, really good, incredible musicians and artists that have come from it. But it's not it wasn't what that was what we were exposed to, and at that time we were just a bit like, oh, that's what all hip hop is like. But then you go like, oh, let's check out fucking so and so. I mean, the one that will always jump out for me is, as much as he is talking about like trying to get out of the hood, will always be Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Like, you listen to either Good Kid, Mad City or To Pimp a Butterfly, and the actual like story that he has weaved into that is like the most pure, beautiful way that you can actually say, like, if you want to listen to a hip hop album, to listen to a clear cut, incredibly written story with some incredible production and some of the most incredible lyricism of all time.
Because a lot of it goes from I was poor, now I'm not.
Yeah.
You know, whereas like you listen to Kendrick and it's like I'm poor, I'm getting there, I'm fucking getting there.
But it's even just like when you actually like listen to Pimp a Butterfly in particular, like the actual the entire character arc that he builds in that is insane, because it is all just about like the institutionalized racism and the life that he has lived, where even though he did make it big and had the big gold chains, and he's talking about how the big gold chains are just representative of the chains of my ancestors and all this shit, you're like, oh my god, dude. So he's like, even though I've made it, I'm still being tied down, I'm still working for the man, I'm still the slave that they want me to be.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's totally nuts. Like,
but then from there, obviously, it can grow and build for whatever your kind of preferences are. But I just think that hip hop as a thing, especially in maybe just in the kind of world or the country that we were brought up in, it was kind of like whitewashed. Just like, oh, they're all talking about like shooting each other, like, oh, in the hood and shit. And it's like,
the first big rapper I heard of was Eminem, you know, the white guy.
But he is also arguably one of the greatest rappers of all time.
Yes. I mean, there's part of me that doesn't really like a lot of the things that you brought out. You know, like, because now he's singing from a place of privilege, and it sounds like he's singing from a place of privilege. Yeah. And that's tough. And like, even the stuff before that was wacky. Like, you know, but like there was real messages in it, but I never really listened to it, because I was like, he's been like talking about like getting his dick sucked and all that kind of stuff. And I was just like, that's fine. Like, that's what I want to listen to. Yeah. It's not, but it is. Like, you know, like, it's because that's at the time, that was what made sense. Yeah. My relationship with hip hop has been very tricky. Yeah. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it for what it is. Yeah. You know?
I think it's just the past couple of years for the both of us, like, just hip hop kind of making that making that massive impact on us, because we did realize, like, very quickly, just like, yo, there's some incredible music out there that we're just missing out on. I was
talking about this today to Shanna. I was like, you know, people talk about how like they love every kind of music, and like they like some music. I genuinely like every kind of music.
Yeah, just play something.
There's only some bits of music where I'm like, I'd rather not listen to that. Like,
black metal.
Like, I like black metal.
I know you do, but that is my thing. Like, see, like, black metal, not interested.
I don't like grime. I can't get on board with that.
There's some stuff that I can do,
but that's the thing,
man.
But like, there's a couple of Stormzy songs that I like. You know, like real fucking vague name. I don't mind some of these songs. They're fine. Like, but it's not something I listen to. Reggae, I'm not mad on. But like, I can find bits of reggae where I'm like, cool, that works. Banging. You know, like, and I do genuinely find some sort of appreciation for music, no matter what the genre is, just because I feel like I can relate to it in some sort of way, or at least just enjoy what they're putting out.
That's the I think that's just such a beautiful thing about music. Like, this was something that I always struggled with when I was younger, because like I primarily listened to stuff that was just blah, 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 and people were just like, you can't understand what they're saying. Why would you listen to that? And it's like, right, let's just break this down to a molecular level. If you go and listen to a band like The Chariot, who from your point of view is just there was some beautiful artistry pieces of music in there. Oh yeah. Like, if you can somehow have but then also have a Western breakdown in your album.
And then you go away and you look at like Josh Scoggins, like actual lyrics. The way that he writes his lyrics is insane.
Just go and look up the lyrics for the song David Delahaw's if you don't want to agree with anything I say about The Chariot. They are obviously a chaotic hardcore band, and that was how they called themselves. They were a chaotic hardcore band. But you read the lyrics,
they're nuts. Like, they're just perfect. They're a great band.
Cam Rose, Violent Wind. Just that alone.
But I understand like why people don't enjoy it. You know,
Yeah, of course. But
because it's the same as like I don't enjoy certain variations of grime or reggae.
Yeah.
Or you like black metal. You know,
black metal's fucking whack.
you're wrong. But it's music is an incredible form of art because it just moves you, you know? It's great. Anyway, my last song is by another band that I hate to love. It's Airborne. The song is Too Much, Too Young, Too Fast.
Too much, too young, too fast. It had to be in a game at some point because I know too many of the lyrics.
I hate this band because they remind me of AC/DC. We're another band that I hate to love because I don't like them, but you put a song on, I'm singing every word.
Yeah, AC/DC slab. I'm sorry.
But I think, do you know what I think my thing is? And it's only been something that's happened in the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
They're big drinking songs. So when you're sober, you don't think about a drinking song. You think of, what is this garbage they're singing about?
You listen to Kiss, dude.
Yeah, fuck it. I fuck it. Kiss it for fugging. That's what it is. Kiss it for fugging, you know. Kiss is just camp black metal.
Camp black metal.
Tell me it's not. Look at the faces and be like, that's not camp black metal.
Camp black metal, dude.
They paint the face in corpse paint. One looks like a cat. One looks like a star. The other one's the demon. The other one is just
In the background
the
somewhere.
weird guy with the silver star on his face.
I don't fucking
Like
know,
that guy already has stars on his face. Why are you putting star on your face? Stop it.
You're not the star of the show, man.
But like,
Camp black metal, dude.
I never really related with drinking songs until I started drinking again.
Yeah, fair enough. Like you
Figures,
listen
you know?
to Thunderstruck, you just like,
Yeah,
I need to
yeah.
take a beer right now.
Yes. And I'm like, yeah. There's just moments like where you listen to some music and you go, this would be better with beer.
Any Avicii song.
Yeah, maybe.
I fuck with Avicii, dude. R.I.P. Right. So my first song is by a band called Diversity.
I knew you were going to put this song on.
It's so
I knew you were going to do it.
so good.
Just knew it.
It's so good.
It is very good.
I said to this the other day when it was like the first day when it was sunny here, just like, yo, ultimate sunshine vibes. It's just so good. It's just got like a really nice little keyboard part, nice kind of like upbeat drums. And the fact that in the chorus he literally goes, I love that shit. It's called Why You Look Sad, just like the worst English of all time, by Diversity. But it's not diversity, it's Diversity, like 2 D's I-E, which also annoys me. But I get by it because the song's back. Why you look sad? No, and I don't. Like I just every time like I've played it so much. Every time like I have a new playlist just called Vibes, and every time I like put that playlist on, I put this one on first and then hit shuffle. It's just so good. Like I just
Vibes.
Why you look sad? And then I just brought it right down by putting Harvest Moon by Neil Young on.
Which is nuts because I thought Neil Young was still off Spotify.
You told me this. Like, what the fuck is this story?
Like, is his entire thing on there?
I don't know. Like, this song is there, so. Wait, what's the story? Tell me the story.
Basically,
again.
Neil Young got quite upset that Joe Rogan spreads misinformation.
I mean, he's there. Oh no,
But he's not. Yeah, see, he got rid of all his music.
But that plays.
It must be
I
on like.
I don't want to get this episode taken
It might
down.
be like on like a compilation somewhere.
maybe,
where he has, like,
yeah.
he has nothing to do with it. But yeah, he got all his music taken. Him and Joni Mitchell got all his music taken off. All their music, sorry, taken off of
Because of Joe
Spotify,
Rogan.
Because of Joe Rogan. Because he was spreading misinformation. They thought, oh, that's really fucking dangerous.
Also, fuck Joe Rogan, dude. See
Yeah.
if you listen. So, right, you know how every time we say something about the news, we say, don't listen to us about the news. Think that exact same thought when you listen to Joe Rogan.
And
Do
also,
not listen to Joe
just
Rogan
don't
for your
listen to
fucking your news.
Just don't listen.
He's such a fucking asshole, dude. I don't care if he'll come at me with those spin kicks, dude. I'll take one just so I can call him a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
He's one of the worst people of all time.
It'd be worth
cannot
it.
stand him.
I used to really like his stand-up comedy. And
Yeah.
now, like, there's moments where I'm, like, now listening to it, and I'm like, oh, but that is actually your thought. Because I can get by it with comedy, because I can be like, oh, just saying a joke. You're making people feel uncomfortable because everyone knows that subject is out of bounds.
Yeah.
You know, so you've said it, and now everyone's like, oh, should I laugh? And then you
Yeah.
laugh because you're just like, haha, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
that's the point of comedy, is to challenge the norms and to make you feel uncomfortable in certain moments. But then you listen to them actually talking, you're like, oh, fuck. Like,
You think that?
Jesus, you think that? Like, if it's an act, I can be on board. But, like, if that's, like, your real life brain, don't want it.
Like, we had a friend that said some, like, questionable shit.
Absolutely.
And we were just like, ha 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 ha. And now, like, kind of almost through, like, the pandy and the fact that he came out to just be, like, a real piece of shit, we kind of started questioning all the shit that he had said.
Yeah, it's
And
pretty
we were
rough.
just like, oh, shit. Like, maybe they meant that.
Maybe.
It's fucked up, dude. It's fucked up. Hey, man, if you're listening to this, fuck you. Don't listen to our shit. Next song I put on, by the way, that was Harvest Moon by Neil Young, which is a banger.
It's a bang.
I fucking love Neil Young so
Neil
much.
Young rips. He's so cool.
I get into Neil Young because of our ex-guitarist. Our young boy Kenneth. He really liked Neil Young, and I was like, I don't know who that is. And I get into him because of him. Next song I put on is Icon by Jayden, because one of the greatest drum beats of all time.
I don't think I've ever heard this song. I will listen to it on the way home.
It's so good.
In what world am I listening to Jayden Smith?
Some of Jayden Smith stuff is banging, I'm telling you right now.
Yes,
it's
but
actually
also in
really
what
good.
world am I actively putting on Jayden Smith? Look at me.
I really, really like this song.
I have probably heard one or two of his songs on one of your playlists, and I'll probably be like, that rips.
Yeah, it did. Like, he does have some really good music, but the drum beat on this in particular, it's the hi-hats. See what the hi-hats are doing? It was Sam that pointed out, obviously, because he's just the biggest drum head of all time. Because I was the same. I was just like, I don't really listen to Jayden Smith. And he was like, nah, listen to this song and listen to the drums. And I was like, oh, damn, okay. Like, I'm in. Like, and then, like, the lyrics are really good and shit. Like, one of his lines is, all your verses sound like dirty dishes. And I just like, that's fucking genius, dude.
Yeah, that's funny.
I'm about to clean him in the kitchen.
Oh my god.
Bruh, it's so good.
Jayden.
The next song I put on is just a fucking classic that everybody should always listen to.
It's an
every day of
all-time
their life.
great. All-time great.
Miss Jackson by Outkast.
I don't even think you need to say anything else, really.
It just fucking bangs. Put it on this playlist, on the Vibes playlist the other day, and it came on in the car yesterday, and both me and Emma driving home from Ayr were just bumping. The kids in the back were just like, what the fuck is going on?
Mum and Dad are having a moment.
We're just like, sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh. Like, as loud as we fucking can in the car, and the two of them in the back are just like, excuse me? And then the last song I put on is Electric Feel by Mgmt, which is, again, just such a good song.
The video of Kid Cudi off his face on LSD singing, like, dancing to that song.
Just
Well,
like
they play it
drink in hand, smoking a fucking joint.
Yeah,
Out
already
free on LSD already.
Because there was like an interview where what's his face from MGMT was like, oh, Kid Cudi came up to us afterwards. He was like, thank you so much for just letting me do my thing.
Have you seen the tweet that he put out? It was just like, I'm really sorry, but I just had to do it.
That's amazing.
And then like they fucking ended up collaborating on a song. What was the song they put out? Oh, rolling up, taking hit. I can hear it. Fucking hell. Oh,
It's more fun just to let you go through it.
Kid Cudi song. What?
It's more fun just to let you go through it.
I wanna say fuck that. Oh my god, man! Why can I not remember the name of the song? That's driving me nuts. It's a Kid Cudi song. MGMT are on it. It was on, like, was it Man in the Moon? Is that the name of the album?
Yeah.
Like, it's an amazing one.
Was it on Pursuit of Happiness Nightmare?
Pursuit of Happiness. That's what it is.
I'm on the pursuit of happiness and I know. Every time I watch YouTube, there's an advert with that one.
Oh, the Google Live, the Google
Yeah.
phone. Fuck the Google phone, dude. Oh, I hate that advert so much. Every time I go on YouTube, that's
It's a good
playing.
song though. I don't.
It is a very good song. MGMT, man. I'm getting another. What's the other song? Kids.
Yeah.
MGMT were popping. I didn't appreciate them in their time.
I didn't appreciate them at the time. Them and the Klaxons.
Yeah,
are cool as
Klaxons
well.
are amazing as
Yeah,
well.
Golden Scans.
Just did not appreciate them at the time because it was just like, oh, it's that indie skin shit. Ugh.
Yeah, I was so
listen to
against
metal.
So
But
against
now you look back, just like, oh man, indie stuff in like the early 2000s or like late 2000s.
Great.
Popping.
So good.
Like Pigeon Detectives and shit. Yo. Popping.
Oh dear. Well, that's been another episode of Dead End Friends. Thank you very much for checking it out.
Well, thank you very much for being here for nearly a year, because we
Nearly
do
a
have some
year.
day one still kicking around. And if you're new here, thank you for being here. We really appreciate you. If you want to go and check us out on Instagram, you can find us at Dead End Friends Podcast. If you want to check us on anything else, just Google Dead End Friends. But we literally have an Instagram and a Twitter that never gets used, so you'll not find much. But eventually we'll set up a Discord to make Gary really mad.
And a TikTok to make Craig even angrier.
Thank you for being here, and we will see you at our year anniversary, or talk to you at our year anniversary next week.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bye.
Love you.
Love it.
Love you. Love you too, man. Bye.
Tips.